The word for the day is confirmation, because multiple times today the market tried to break down and then it just got back up. See, every time it tested this level, it went back up. This level was a fake out again and again. My setup is a break and retest, so I'm waiting for it to actually retest the level and then I take the trade. But as you see, it did not get the proper retest, did not get the proper confirmation, so I did not take the trade. Although it looks like it's breaking down, this is not the right confirmation that you want. That's why I didn't take the trade. Hey, I'm gonna zoom out to the bigger time frames and go to the Nasdaq first, because this is why I was thinking of taking the trade today. And this was the only trade that I was looking for today. And there was other trades, but I was not as confident in the trade because this trade looked A+ for me. So if we do zoom up to the 1 hour, it looks like we are going down in a downtrend. We're slowly going down, but if we're zooming out, looking at the bigger time frames, we currently are like in a bullish structure. We see that we are just going up, but we just don't go straight up. We always go straight up, or we go up, we go come back down to retest the level or retrace back, and it does the same thing over and over again. That's how uptrend usually works. Sometimes it could go straight up, but then when it goes up straight up like that, it just goes all the way down. You can't really tell what the market is giving you. Sometimes the market just moves how it moves. You can't really predict it. What I see from the previous day and the previous week was that we are just like we're tracing back down and we're going down slowly, but we are technically retesting a level, like a demand zone, and then it can just go back up like that. I can take a long, but I don't like taking a retest like that. I don't like taking longs from a pullback. Although it seems the proper way to like take a retest long on the bigger time frames. Personally, I just don't like doing that because I trade in the intraday, I trade on the 2 minutes. So for me, I would like levels to reclaim, at least like proper levels to reclaim. Let's say the pre-market highs, like let's say this level right here, I want it to reclaim. Probably this is also the previous day's highs. So if it does retest that level, then I can take it for a long. But since we are under this pre-market high and the market looks weak during the pre-market and just the previous days, I don't plan on too long in the market unless we reclaim something. But since the previous day, it is in the downtrend, and I go to 30 minutes, the previous day's highs or previous day's lows was this red dashed line right here, and also the pre-market low right there, multiple times. So that is one of my A+ strategies. I wait for a break and retest of a previous day's lows, or if I'm trying to long the market, is the previous day's highs. I also look for key levels on the market, and if it aligns with that level as well, then that also makes me more, inclined to take that trade. But this is enough for me, and also I don't see anything underneath the level right here, because right here is kind of a chop. So right now this area is kind of a chop, and the only next demand zone I really see is just level right here. That's like having some confirmation, or there's like some potential demand zone there. Next, I go down to the 15 minutes. If I see anything I like, if I don't, I normally go down to the 2 minutes because this is the time I trade. Sometimes I go down to the 5 minutes, but it really depends. This is what I see. The previous day's lows is right there, and then the pre-market low is exactly the same area as well. So that is a level. If it does break, then I'm very interested in taking a trade. That is my game plan. My game plan is to short this level if I see the confirmations I need. So I just look out through my day, and then what I see, it comes down and it reacts right off this level and it holds. That means I know that it is a strong level. The market is holding it and it wants to stay above this level. So I know that if I give the proper break in the retest, I can get some continuation. Later on, around like this was around 10, and then now this is about 45 minutes later. So it breaks down, it gives you a nice break, but this right here is just too, straight down. If it goes straight down like that, there's always a retracement usually. There's never a time where it just goes straight down all the time. And although that could happen, the likely chance of it is that it's probably from news or something, or if it breaks a key level, then it can just go straight down. But usually, a lot of times there are retracements. The market always has to come back up and come back down. That's how a market usually always is. It doesn't just go straight down because the buyers and sellers get tired, and then that's when the market gets bought back up. This is just too straight down for me. I want to see more candles underneath it. And even though it may be like a couple candles underneath it, it's just like too straight down that I need a retracement back. So I know that this is just too early for me, and then that's good. I didn't trade it because, as you see, it just got bought back right away. Later on, it happens again. Like let's say 1 hour later or 45 minutes, whatever. It comes back down, and then I get interested in it again. But as you see, it's not a strong break this time. I like a proper break, and then it's like retesting a level properly. This is not a strong break anymore. This is still straight down. Is this coming straight down? There's no retracement. Now this is the retracement. It retraces, but now it's above the level, so I can't take it. So then I just wait again. I don't see anything happen. At this point, once I keep seeing this, I'm like, maybe this trade is not even there anymore because maybe the level is not getting respected as much. It goes back up, it ever comes straight down again, and the same thing happens. It goes straight down. I can't take it because it's just too aggressive. But at this point right now, it's not breaking. But then later it finally breaks, but still there's no retracement. There's no like retracement up, and then later it just got back up again. So at this point, I'm like, okay, this trade is dead. This is just a very good example to show you guys that you need proper confirmation, because if it's not aligning with your criteria, if it's not looking A+ to you, then you shouldn't take the trade. A lot of times I will take these trades, but I will lose. But I gotta understand that there's always retracements in the market, and just touching the level, like coming really close to levels, is not my confirmation. I need a strong break, retest, and then break down. Of course, I do look at the ES as well, but the ES is a bit different. The previous day's lows was around this area right here, and the pre-market lows are here. So it's a bit different. Even every time when we got close to this break right here, that was when the ES was also getting bought back up right there. So the ES is also pretty strong too. That's all I want to say today. Make sure you guys be patient. Make sure you guys wait for proper confirmation. Make sure you guys have like rules. Like, let's say you have 3 points of confirmation. You have like, okay, I'm only gonna take a trade at 10 a.m. I'm going to wait for this proper level to break. I'm waiting for the retest. I'm waiting for the candles to form this candle. So something like that. But make sure you guys have proper confirmation, and that's what I did have today. I did not lose anything today because I waited for proper confirmation, and if I did take these trades, I could have lost multiple times, you know, just going all over my head because I'm just taking random trades and I'm not getting the proper confirmation I need. And what I like to say is, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Keep staying disciplined, keep staying consistent, and let's just get 1% better every day, and I'll see you in the next one.